What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Affairs of the Heart podcast. I'm your boy DQ, and it is a very special Thursday. As you know, we go live on Thursdays with our podcast and recap for the week. But it's a very special Thursday because it is SoDebNair's birthday.
It's a baby's birthday.
So it's a virtual birthday party for SoDebNair, and he invited some guests. So without further ado, we're going to bring the guests in and let SoDebNair introduce his party guests.
All right. So first we have Easy Say, Easy Done. Most of the people that listen to the podcast, y'all know I talk about this group I'm in all the time, where we get a lot of questions from. So I had to bring the actual administrator from the group. So say what's up to our people on social media.
What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Hopefully everyone is wonderful and they're enjoying their week, and I'm glad to be here. Happy birthday.
Thank you. All right, and then this next person is very, very, very special to me. This is my big brother, but he's also a music artist and like his biggest fan. But this is Mr. Bouvier. Say what's up across social media.
What's up? What's up? Hello, America. I'm here.
America. Hello, America. All right. I love it. Well, welcome, guys. We're so glad to have you on the Affairs of the Heart platform. It's going to be a great show. But before we get started, raise your glasses up. Let's bring up your glasses. Everybody that's watching, grab your drink. And let's give a toast to SoDebNair. Happy birthday to another trip around the sun. Our lives would not be what it is without you. We're so grateful for who you are. Again, happy birthday to you, my friend.
Happy birthday, bro.
No, I like drinking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now that's out of the way. Okay. So as it is, we come in and we do, different types of topics for relationships and sex from a Black gay male perspective, not negating anybody else's perspective, but we also want to make sure that everybody knows that we talk about the things that we talk about for the sake of helping other Black gay men get comfortable in having conversations in our community, whether it is about relationships or sex. We all know that we're notorious for holding things in and not really having the conversation. And so this platform is solely just so that we can be candid, let our hair down. If some of the things that we talk about that you may not like, that's your prerogative. It's okay. We still love you, but we're going to talk about it anyway. And we're going to help somebody along the way. And we're going to have a good time while we do it. All right. So we got a couple of, hey, everybody's people are popping in, tuning in. Happy birthday, Aaron's. There we go. All right. So are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. As you know, real quick, you can go to affairsoftheheartpodcast.com for all of your podcast needs from us and where you can find us. You can find our merch and a whole bunch more. But let's jump right into our topics. Our first set of topics are relationship topics. The first question on the table: what is your solution to mixed? Wait, hold on. It was scrolling past. I missed it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. What is your solution to a mixed matched sex drive in a relationship? Mixed matched sex drive in a relationship.
And that's basically like, one person likes to have sex more than the other person, or vice versa, I guess.
All right.
Listen,
so we're gonna open the floor.
I'm the elder on the chat, but I'm gonna jump in here first and say that when you're in a relationship with someone, you have to talk about everything. And sex is one of those topics that people want to talk about. You have to be honest, be like, yo, I'm not in the mood tonight. I'm not in the mood when you're in the mood. And so I think that it has to come down to a compromise where you have to sometimes, you might have to stop masturbating by yourself to preserve your sexual energy for your partner. And sometimes you just might need to go to the doctor and talk to your doctor about how you're feeling about your partner. Because sometimes we get older, our drive changes. And instead of being embarrassed about it, we should all just, talk about it.
Okay. Easy. What you got?
I definitely agree with Mr. Bouvier on that one. Absolutely. It's a communication factor. Like, talk to your partner about what's going on and how you're feeling. And not to mention, sex doesn't have to always be penetration. Like you can't be wearing somebody's hole out 6 days out of the week. Like it's like you got to give somebody a chance to breathe. So like, I mean, heavy makeout sessions, head or sneaking around, or like it doesn't always have to be like that all the time. Like just figure out different ways to spice up your sex life and still not making anybody feel uncomfortable.
Right. Figure out intimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's more than penetration.
Yeah. I think for me it's just like when I'm single, I think my sex drive is a lot more than when I'm in a relationship. But I'll tell people that up front, like, listen, we're not finna be doing this every day, all day like that. So I just couldn't see me having sex every day, and a lot, like, especially when we're in a relationship. Like, I think most of the time when you're single, you know, you have people that you do it with. You're always meeting the people, so it's a different factor because it's different people you're having sex with sometimes. But when it's the same person, it's kind of like, okay, like I don't think we're gonna be doing it as much, but we're gonna still be satisfied with each other.
Right. You see, for me, mine is different. My sex drive is higher when I'm in a relationship. I mean, because when you're single, like it's fun, you know, to meet people. I'm trying to get my words right. To meet new people and experience new things with those people. But sometimes you just don't feel like a new face and a new energy all the time. Like my sex drive is just like, you know, I don't feel like it. I don't have to because we're not together. So for me, my sex drive is higher when I'm in a relationship, when I know that person and that person knows me. So yeah, I want to get it in all the time when I'm in a relationship.
I think for people that are single, I don't know anybody that's busting it down 7 days a week. Now, I'm sure there are people that are out there that are doing it. I'm sure that is happening. However, I find like when you're single, you tend to do it. Okay, I may have done it on Monday. I might do it again on Thursday or Friday or Saturday, but I'm not. It's not like an everyday thing. So I think it's the same thing when you come into a relationship. Whereas you know, as Easy said, we're not going to do this 6 days a week. This is not. You know, there has to be some intimacy. And I think there is a clear difference between intimacy and sex.
Yeah.
And in a relationship, you want the former than the latter. You want the intimacy. And you want, now granted, if it's gone like 7 months, 8 months and you haven't had sex, then let's have a conversation. Like, are we good? Are we cool? You know, are you okay? What's going on? You know,
you better have a conversation.
More 6 months.
7 months. 7 months.
Especially if we in a relationship.
You better start packing your shit.
You're already gone after 6 months.
No. You got 7 days. On the 7th day, I want to know what's going on. What's going on?
I think,
guys.
I think for me, I think I get more in a relationship. I get more out of intimacy than sex. I think that's probably why I'm like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just thinking of all the things we could possibly do.
Yeah.
People have to figure out what is intimate for them. And you'll get to a point where you're not going to want to do it. I mean, listen.
And then I think just the discovery of that with you and your partner, I feel like that would be just you two taking that course and finding out what really turns you two on other than the usual.
Right.
Really experimenting and just finding out each other and seeing what your levels are. I think that right there would be interesting.
I think and sex drives kind of do this.
Yeah.
You'll go through a lull, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong as long as you communicate, hey, I'm good. I don't need it right now. And then they might do something, and the next day y'all are tearing it down in the kitchen. And that's, you know, you know,
it's gonna happen. We have, especially as men. You know, you know, men and women may have a more complicated time trying to learn each other's patterns and sex drives. But as men, we should be able to understand one another. We shouldn't be getting frustrated. We should be able to understand, like, listen, hey, brother, listen, I'm going through it too. I mean, I'm 45, and I know my sex drive went up, my sex drive went down, and I thought I was on a downward spiral. But at one summer, I was getting it down, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, so I fucking win." So yeah, especially as men, we really need to try to understand one another when it comes to sex and intimacy.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't be afraid of intimacy. I think sometimes men get really uncomfortable when it comes to affection and intimacy in some cases. Don't be afraid of that. That's a part of, the connectivity.
Finding out new things about yourself is always amazing. Because I feel like you always have this mindset of what you're not going to do, where you're not going to go. And then you find out meeting somebody and they end up taking you there. Like, I could have sworn that like you was never going to choke me, but one day it happened and I got choked. And I'm like, oh.
Next thing you know, you couldn't breathe.
You're like, oh, I actually do like this. Oh, okay.
Woke up the next day feeling all tight, like it was a whole new. I don't know where I was at. Yeah. It's like, can we do that? Right.
Let's try that one more time to make sure I realized what was going on. Guys, make sure that you comment. You can join the conversation. Make sure you join the comments. Type in and let us know what your thoughts are on the topics as usual. If you are on Facebook, make sure that you give StreamYard permission to post your comment. And there's a link in the post on Facebook. Just make sure you click that link to give StreamYard permission to post your comment, and we'll let you join the conversation. What did you say, Ms. Bouvier? I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Wasn't you? I'm sorry.
No, I saw my best friend in the comments already.
Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend. You just see your best friend?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to him.
All right. So we're going to move on to the next topic in the relationship section. Is bisexuality truly represented in the community, and would you date a bisexual man? Is bisexuality truly represented in the community, and would you date a bisexual man?
Let me tighten up my wig. Hold on.
All right. Who wants to take it? Who wants to take it first?
Ooh, that could go so many ways.
I'm not dating no bisexual man. That's not for me.
Okay.
I don't think I could personally do that.
Why? Why is that?
It's just the uncertainty of where you're going. Like, what do you need? Like, is there going to be a day when you wake up and be like, you know what? I want to be with a woman today.
Yep.
I'm not comfortable with you sleeping with another man. Now you want to sleep with another woman. Like, it's got the uncertainty of what you're going to deliver would bother me. Because I'm like, for me, we're not doing an open relationship. We're not doing, you're with me during the weekdays and you're with someone else on the week. Like, no, we're not doing any of that type of stuff. So I need to know, like, I know this to anybody who's bisexual who's watching. I'm just saying, like, it's for me personally, it would drive me crazy.
For me, I think it's a maturity thing. And I think that when I was younger, it was an absolute hell to the no. But when you think about it, you have to think about it as, is this person committed to me, period, regardless of what they're to. And I think that we have an understanding that bisexual people just gonna flip-flop all over, in and out of whatever they want. And no, and I don't think that's the case. I think that if they're with you, they just happen to be attracted to women. Doesn't mean they're going to cheat on you with women. I mean, you could be with a dude and he's going to cheat on you with another dude. So we can't try to put them in this box of, because you like both, you're going to do both. You could date a verse dude like dick and ass. Oh, you like both, so you're going to do both. And you're going to cheat on me when you want the other side of the coin. So my thing is, I would date a bisexual man. I would date an honest bisexual man. And you got to be honest. Don't be just running around here holding this title and you ain't had no JJ since you came out with JJ. We're gonna be honest about this thing.
I don't think it's about the cheating thing though. I think it's more of the fear of one day you're going to wake up and you're going to want something else.
Your boyfriend could wake up one day and want something else.
You're going to want a woman and not a man. I mean, if I'm not having an open relationship, then where do we go from here?
Yeah, I think we need to change our mindset about that. I have so many opinions on people being bisexual, but I just think that's something that we really need to change our mind about. You know, don't think that. Don't let that uncertainty keep you from being with someone because they're bisexual. Because your partner, your boyfriend, could wake up and you be just as uncertain with him. So that's something that we need to just try to change our minds about.
I think that is, Mr. Bouvier, I think that is a wonderful different perspective, because I think we always hear people say, and not, I mean, I have taken the approach in one time or another that Easy took, where it was like, I don't know what you're gonna wake up to the next day. I don't know if you're going to decide that you want to be with somebody else, and that's always going to play in the back of my mind. But I've never heard anybody with the perspective that you have, and I think that is a valid perspective. If the person's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. You know, he said, if the person's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. But you know, at the end of the day, I think it boils down to communication. If you're with me, and I've heard bisexual people say this, where it is, you know, if I'm with you, I'm with you. Okay, that's great, but how much reassuring is it going to take for me to believe that if you're with me, and I don't have to wonder or worry or guess that you're going to be with somebody else coming down the pipeline in the next month or two, or next month, 6 months, or whatever the case is. So interesting.
The thing about it is that's our when we're uncertain about anybody that we're dating. That's our shit. If they tell you that I'm with you and they're showing you that they are with you, then your uncertainty is your shit. It's not their shit.
It's very true. What did you say, Aaron? I missed your comment.
I said, to me, this just sounds like a scheme that Todd has set up.
Come on, brother.
Yeah.
We gotta open the door for the people that identify this way. We have to open the door for them in our community. But like I said, they also have to come with some real shit. They have to come with honesty. You can't just borrow one of our letters of our LGBTQA LMNOP when it's convenient for you. If you're going to come in the community, you have to be in the community. You can't just, use one of our letters just to make yourself feel good about sleeping with men and women. Be a part of
this sounds like a conversation that you also hear with someone who is like extremely, like they're on social media a lot and they're dating someone who's not really on social media. And to me, it feels like it's almost like the person who is bisexual has to kind of do a little bit more extra work to reassure the person that they're dating that this is really what they want. And although it's going to get annoying to me after a while. And that's why I just feel like any way you look at it, to me, I don't know if it's going to last unless you're going to be able to have openness to the point where it doesn't matter if they decide that they want one or the other.
I think a lot of times with us, we don't really see the bisexual term tossed out there in a positive light.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of times when we know about bisexual people, but when it's brought to like a public light, it's always in a negative form. Like some woman has been cheated on. Her husband could have been a politician, just saying it. But it's just like, it comes out as a negative thing. And then we don't have nothing really positive to bring to it. So it's just like, oh, he was cheating on her with a man. And then here come the black women. And then here, you got to support black women. And gay men need to be honest with who they are. Oh, it comes back to the black church. Like, it's just, the avenues of where it can go is just crazy. But I do hear what Mr. Bouvier is saying. And it definitely balances the conversation. If someone is honest at the get-go, then it's worth a conversation.
Yeah, this is something that we had said last week when we were talking about this. And I was saying the reason I feel like a lot of us are so not okay with bisexual is because a lot of times when we were growing up, people came out as bisexual because they got caught being gay. So now it's like a transitioning thing for people. It was a transitioning thing, but now people are really coming out and being bisexual and we don't trust it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think my issue with I'm kind of standing up for them, kind of help them out. But I do have an issue with when people say they don't identify with the LGBTQ community. And it's like, how can you not identify with us? You're sleeping with us. Yeah. You know, you can't say, I don't identify with y'all. Oh, yes, you do. You identify with us in the bed. So when people say stuff like that, it bothers me. I can't deal with that part of people being bisexual. But I mean, you want to who you want to be with, but just be honest. Don't be out here lying. Some of y'all, listen, y'all get mad at me. This ain't my show. You're right, write them. Some of y'all ain't never. And you talk about your bisexual. You're lying. Don't write me, write them. You're lying.
Right.
Stop it.
Aaron, do you want to read the comments we got coming up?
It says, baby, I can't compete with a female. I can give you all the dick and ass you want, but I can't give you no pussy. I can't compete with the female. I'll pass.
Somebody else said.
Who said amen? Oh.
Best friend.
Best friend. Hey, best friend.
Our best friend.
I mean, I think it's just the reality in our community. I am in the process of trying to do with my company. I'm in the process of trying to create some content where we sit down and have a conversation with each of the letters of the community. So I'm going to sit down with, some lesbians, sit down with some other gay men, sit down with some bisexual men, sit down or bisexual women, some intersex people, and just really have a conversation to try to understand the differences between us in our community. I think it's necessary. Because we don't, if you have not had any contact with a bisexual person, then this conversation is obviously one-sided. So I want to hear from you all, from a bisexual person. Okay, well, what do you think? Why do you think there's such disdain for you in the community? Why do you think that there is, a lack of understanding when it comes to your sexual activity and getting into relationships? How do you view relationships as being bisexual, intersex people? How do you know what's the difference between intersex and transgender? So these conversations are necessary within our community so that we can understand each other better and have, kind of a peaceful understanding, especially amongst us of color, because, we will become so biased as it pertains to our section, our belief, then we don't necessarily try to understand each other. So that's coming down the pipeline. But this is why this conversation is important.
So you can have all the letters represented?
Yep, I'm gonna do a series of each of the letters. So yeah, it's a lot of people. You're right.
I was about to say that's a lot of letters.
You gotta really figure out.
You have a letter.
They got plus at the end too, so you got to figure out what N plus is.
I'm gonna just figure out who the pluses are. Where the plus? I'm gonna bring all the plus people, and we gonna come together.
To the asexual people, y'all don't get a letter. Y'all ain't sleeping with nobody.
I'm gonna nominate myself for the asexual since it doesn't happen.
How you get a letter?
I mean, there are people that just don't find either sex attractive, and they don't find sex attractive. I mean, that is my interpretation. But they got a letter. So, and then I guess they got tired of those letters and they just put a plus sign at the end. So at this point, whoever comes after the asexual, you're just a plus. Got it.
I ain't gonna
All right. What's up, Dwayne? My homeboy Dwayne is in the room. Here's another comment for us. What are your thoughts on Andrew Gillum's identifying as bisexual? We had this conversation last week.
We didn't do it on here. We did it on the actual podcast.
We did. You know what we did? We did. You're absolutely right. Say it again.
Well, what is this I'm on? This is not the actual podcast.
This is the live version of the podcast. We actually record the podcast.
We don't know.
You know how you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta and then Andy does Watch What Happens Live?
Oh, okay.
This is Watch What Happens Live.
He was about to check out. He was like, oh, this isn't live?
Right. He was about to do Nene. He was about to be like, all right.
We don't know this.
The whole energy just shifted. Like,
did it? Right.
Y'all got me waiting about to check for this. Bullshit.
But no, we actually didn't do a podcast for this week. We just did the live for this week. So
yeah. So, gentlemen, I do want to hear your thoughts on Andrew Gillum and his wife supporting, being open and supportive of his bisexuality. Any thoughts on that?
Okay. Once again, it's not my show, so write them, not me. She lying. She lying. I mean, because my thing is, it's one thing to know, and I'm gonna say this. I'm glad y'all got me here tonight, and I'm glad this question came up. It's one thing to know and agree to your spouse, having specific arrangements outside of your marriage. That's fine. That's cool. But it's another thing for you to publicly embarrass me. That was not in our contract. It was not in our contract. Out, laid out, or out, whatever. That was not in our contract. And that's my whole thing. Is, you know, yeah, you said I support him. Girl, you mad as hell. And when he comes out with his white boyfriend, everybody can be like, no, I don't believe her. I think she's trying to save face, because at this point she has to save face. She agreed to this contract where she saw him on the fast track of becoming governor or whatever he was doing. I'm gonna go ahead and marry this bisexual man because he on the fast track. But she did not think that this man was going to embarrass her and risk his family life, his career, and make their contract void. That's what he did. In my opinion, he made their contract void, and she has no choice but to save face. Because if she don't, she's going to look like the angry black woman that don't accept black men for their sexual whatever. Or free yourself.
Easy, what you got?
Some of my straight female friends brought this to me, and I basically said the same thing that Bouvier said. Like, she knew, she had to know. Like, you can't. He was too comfortable with the white man to be doing all that stuff that he was doing for her not to know. So for her, she has to save her face because she doesn't want to look bad in front of anybody. And like, it went against the contract. It really did.
Yeah.
Because I'm just saying, if I'm now look, if a bisexual man on the come up comes to me, I'm gonna sign a contract too.
Coming up.
And then I'm gonna deny this whole entire interview about what I said about bisexual people. I don't know nothing about them. I don't know nothing about that stuff. I wasn't here for that. I support my man and sleeping with the white women. But like, you gotta say that, she had to say face. She had to, she gotta face her TA members, her church members. Like, she gotta be on. Yes, I knew.
Yeah. Because the thing about it is, everybody, I have some female friends that know him from school, and they all said everybody knew. But my thing is, nobody is saying Andrew was smashing pussy in college. Everybody's saying Andrew was getting that dick or whatever he was doing. I want to, everybody said Andrew was with dudes in college. There are no rumors saying that Andrew was turning the pussy down in college. So right there, that's like, you might say.
And we talked about this on the podcast, and you have to think about the situation that he was caught in. This is not some I'm a bisexual man situation. This is not I fuck around sometimes situation. This is, hey boy, I got on some daggone Tina, and I got tore down
in my life.
When you line in your own vomit and shit, that you had more than a good time.
Yes,
baby. There was going on in the background.
This is I frequent the bathhouse.
And you were naked.
Situation.
You were butterball naked, laying in your vomit, your shit. Like, that was a wild ass party.
And that's not no regular black sex party. That's some white people sex party situation.
Listen, he was down there getting it.
Fan. Baby, well, you gotta crack the fan though. You gotta crack the fan.
And my cleavage was moist. I had to go get something.
So, all right. They responded. The person who asked the question responded saying, "I think she is comfortable with no one in the public knowing, but now that it's out there,
absolutely.
I think she knew this from the very beginning, but because of his political career, she knew that she would want to one day be a Michelle Obama, if you will, or so of course it was something in it for her to keep it quiet. But now that it's out there, then I have to say that I condone it because I knew it all along.
But baby, this new contract that she's gonna get.
That part.
Yeah.
Oh, because you can't make this mistake twice.
Yeah.
Right. So there is no going down to Miami now and having a whole party and situation because you done already done that.
No.
So tell your little white friends.
Yes, this new contract is going to be.
Don't call my house.
I don't think he's going to stop. I think if he gets caught again, he's just going to come out as gay.
I'll do.
You think so?
Because you have to understand the mentality of someone that's at that kind of party. That's what I keep wanting people to understand. This is not no normal shit that he's doing. This is almost like an addiction situation. Like you're not just sometimes doing this.
I wouldn't say it's an addiction. I would say that
it's kind of like one.
Yeah, but I would say that it's because there are, for all intents and purposes, Black guys in our community that only prefer white men. Mm-hmm. And I think that he, obviously he would fall in that kind of category, that is his preference, and that's just what he preferred, and that's what he got caught with, not necessarily, and they're the ones that are out there that do the most. They want to do the Molly, they want to do the coke, they want to do the meth, they want to do, they want to party and play. They want to do all
and do it at one time.
And they want to do it all at one time, right? So,
well, live your life, girl. Shit.
Listen.
In one night.
In one night.
In one night. You can't get your whole life in one night.
Baby, no, you can't.
Baby, the kids here in Atlanta are getting their life in one night, and they only doing the small stuff.
They all get Jennifer Hudson one night only.
One night only. Come on, big baby.
Don't bring Jay Hudson no Atlanta.
Best friend said, "Yeah, you can tell she was hurt, and after his interview, you can hear that he hurt her. It's sad to hear how this turned out. Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. Being knowing and being hurt are two different things, and people are trying to make it this one thing. Oh, she knew, but she is hurt, and we have to.
She's still hurt. Yeah.
Hey, she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her husband was asked out on national TV.
But I was about to be first lady of Florida.
I don't know if that's an achievement, but I mean, we all got gold.
She was going somewhere.
Yeah.
She was going somewhere. She was going
to the hospital for a COVID test. That's where she was going.
Florida next stop.
Okay.
She had plans. And I feel so sorry for her, but
she's gonna be good though. I ain't worried.
Yeah, she's gonna be good.
All right, let's go to the next topic in relationships. Do you think once you love someone, you'll always love them?
Whew.
Oh,
if why y'all invite me to the show? I have no sense.
Uh-oh, the fans are out. Everybody's got a fan.
Everybody got moist. Listen, love is something that you cannot turn off. And like no matter what someone does to you, it's just something that you just can't. You can't just say I don't. You can say I don't love you no more, but your heart is like, girl, bye. You will always. I have love for people that I will always love, and it's nothing that they could do or say to make me change that. So once you love somebody, you always love them, and if you try to make yourself think that you don't love them, you're really you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Is that that's
Easy?
that?
No, Easy. You got something. You got hot over there, Easy. What happened?
This
Use your words.
Because I'm sitting here thinking about them, and
I'm right here.
You're absolutely. It's very unfortunate. I'm not gonna say unfortunate, but it's for you to be in love with someone and for them to really like do you wrong, and you had to put mind over heart, and you separate the two. But like just seeing them out or seeing them casually, or just, I don't know. It's something about seeing someone that you like love that you had to put away. Like, because you know he or she is no good for you. They put you in a space where you doubt yourself, where you put someone else above. Like, I was putting that man above family and friends, and I'm just like, you ain't giving me half of what I'm giving you. Like that's a problem. Like that's one of those sit there, I need a drink by myself and reflect on what the fuck you done really done to my self-esteem. And why the hell I still feel like that. And even to this day where, like, you know what, motherfucker hit me up the other day and blew my whole mind. Cause I'm like, I have not heard from you in so long, and you just hit me with the, hey, what's going on? No, bitch. Like, no,
come here. Come close to the screen.
And my bestie, and I know he watching right now, and I know he knows the story, but I'm just like, it just sucks. Yeah, you'll always have a love for that person, but it's like getting to the point where you gotta really choose yourself over him or her. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think you will always love, like, your first love. You'll always love that person. You'll always, want the best for them. You always will, consider them and worry about them in hindsight. But you also have to choose yourself, and you have to love yourself more, as you said. Easy. I totally agree. Aaron, what you got?
I agree. I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's it. I agree with that.
That's that on that for me. I mean, y'all said pretty much what I would say.
And I mean, I don't know Dwayne. This is my first time meeting you, but I do know a little bit about Aaron. I know Bouvier. I know that they're such big givers. They have big hearts, and people like that. We give so much. Just to see a smile, just to see you happy, just to see you rise above. And it brings so much joy to us, but it's just like we never get that back in return.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because when I hear Keisha Cole, I remember and think of this. It's like you remember all this shit that these people have done to you, but the only thing that you know is that you love this person, and it's so hard. It's really like a death. I remember going through my breakup, telling people, it's like watching The Walking Dead with my relationship, because even though he's still alive, our relationship is dead. The same person that I knew is not the same person now.
That's true. Let's go to some of the comments really quick. I believe so. My heart is huge, so even if I'm pissed off at you or mad at you, it'll never overshadow my love for you. But I am pretty enough. I'm petty enough, rather. I'm sorry. I'm petty enough to say I don't love you if you don't ask me. Very true. Very true. I always love my first love, but he could eat a bag of dicks. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like you're a little bitter there, friend. You're a little bitter. All right.
Let the bitterness go. Let the bitterness go, please. I promise you, it'll do you so much wonders. Like don't get me wrong. I got much love for him. I'm not out here wishing, the bag of dicks so he get hit by a bus or something. I want him to flourish. I want him to succeed in whatever he wants to succeed in. I wish him well.
Unless you got a policy on him, that bus might be a good thing.
I said this the other day. I said, I wish you well. I want you to flourish. I want you to prosper. But I want you to do it over there.
Over there.
Don't do it over here.
Like you even gotta do that with, sometimes you gotta do that with family and friends.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. I wish you nothing.
Just I want you to shine. I just don't want to be in the light with you.
Yeah.
That part. Easy. This comment was for you from Best Friend.
He better not say nothing. He better keep it cute in the comments. That's all I know.
All right. Aaron, this one was for you. Love will never go away, but it takes two to work it out and two to keep it alive. That is very true, Best Friend. It's so very true.
Yes, Best Friend.
It was a compliment. He loves a bag of dicks. In fact, that's the reason we broke up.
I'm not playing. Who is that? I'm not playing with him.
Who is that? Oh. Oh, all right.
Oh, brother, adjust your cam. We couldn't see your little up knot.
Okay. Yeah, Aaron, pull your camera back. Your man bun isn't showing. There we go. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next topic in our relationship section. Next question, rather, forgive me. Is it okay to exchange nudes with someone else while you're in a relationship? What are your thoughts?
I saw this question the other day.
You know that's inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate. It's disrespectful. It's not cheating, but it's
unless y'all have that kind of agreement.
Who agrees to tell that boyfriend you can send somebody nude?
I mean, if you're in an open relationship, I could assume that's okay.
Here we go.
I mean, we throw around the term open relationship, and there are a lot of different meanings to open relationship.
Absolutely.
I, for one, I would entertain an open relationship, but we would have an understanding of what's open for us. It's not wide open, it's open. We can peek out every now and then, and but it ain't wide open. My kids don't do anything that's going back to Miss Gillum. Don't do anything that's going to embarrass me. That is not going to. That our relationship will never be that open where you could do anything that's going to embarrass me. So my whole thing is like exchanging news with someone while you're in a relationship. I mean, don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me.
All right. Some of the comments. No, it's not okay. Another one of the comments. Is it appropriate for me to beat the fuck out of you after you do it?
Maybe Miss Kanupi is on one. Mr. Kanupi.
I'm not playing it. Oh, John. Hey, David.
Joe.
It depends on your relationship and your agreement. Maybe that's why I'm divorced now. Oh shit.
Oh, we're not.
Baby.
I have a story about that, but I have to
please, Easy.
There's a song that says, "Let the church say amen."
That's for another episode. Yes. I gotta talk to Joe first.
Joe, we love you, and I think that is absolutely hilarious. I'm just gonna be honest. All right, so let's move on before people get in trouble. Is it okay to date your ex's ex?
Wait, what?
Is it okay to date your ex's ex? Ooh, everybody's thinking. All right.
I'm sure, why not? We're all people, and we all listen. I didn't know y'all while y'all were together, and you just happen to be my ex's ex. You're fair game. It is what it is.
I think ex, it depends on what ex is, because everybody has different definitions of what an ex is. If we dated for 2 months, that doesn't mean we're exes. If we were in a long-term relationship, we're exes if we're not together. I mean, that like people have different definitions of what exes are. And so it's amazing to me because there are people still walking around here talking about, well, we talked, 6 years ago and he's still my ex. But
the terms of dating and talking.
It depends on your relationship with your ex. Let's start there. Let's be mature. It depends on your relationship with your ex because several of my exes are like brothers. We were together for years. It was years ago. They know my family. I know their family. We're like brothers. So I would not do anything to hurt my brother. So it starts with, what is your relationship with your ex? Now, I have one ex. I would fuck all his friends just because he's an asshole. Just because. But the other exes, I would talk to them like, yo, y'all used to date. Is it cool if we, date, smash, whatever? Are you cool with that?
Easy, what you got?
I think it depends on like what Bouvier said. Like it depends on the relationship you have. Like if you're going after your ex's ex and on some malicious type stuff,
Yeah.
you know that's it. First of all, that's karma right there, and she come back around. So it's just like have the conversations with the people. Like let the people know what's going on. I don't even have no exes, so I can't even really give too much advice on this shit. I'm just trying to get a nigga to text back in a timely fashion. So
listen. So, Joe, I'm gonna just let y'all read Job's thoughts.
Why not if they've dated everyone you know? I can't wait to hit Job up after this.
Listen, Joe, we love you. I just want you to know that we loved you. In fact, I would put it out there. I did send extended invitation to Job to join us tonight. Job does not check his messages, so of course he did not get the message in a timely manner. But we love you.
That's because
we love you.
We gotta get him on another one.
Next comment. WTF? Hell to the no. It depends on if you all knew each other and what level of relationship you have with your ex.
Yeah.
But as a general rule of thumb, it's a no for me. Best friend says, depends on who I'm talking to.
I'm not.
All right.
Don't even read into it. Just what's the next question?
I think we need to put the friend's camera.
Listen.
I'm about to set it off in the comments. I'm not playing with them today.
All right. So we're going to move into our sex topics. Y'all ready?
What are we going to drink? If I finish this bottle, I'm leaving. I'm going to feel judged.
Well, I mean, you have literally drank the whole one. Let's take a drink break. Grab your drinks. Put them in the air.
Wait for the break.
So up to it, down to it. We do it because we used to it. Fuck those who don't do it. Now drink, motherfucker, drink.
Oh,
all right. Yes, because I'm drinking straight Crown Apple Peach. This podcast is brought to you by Crown Apple Peach.
Come on, sponsor.
Come on. My bottle is still in the mail. It must be still in the mail.
I put it on my plane.
Crown Apple Peach. That plane went down in the Serengeti. That's why I hasn't made it to you yet.
Not by the Serengeti. I'm saying, see what happens when you ship stuff out of Atlanta?
Right.
Sex topics. Girl, we've been talking about sex since I got here.
We have. All right. Your first topic for sex. The first question. How do you feel about eye contact during sex?
That shit's hot. Ooh, I've been drinking.
Isn't it?
It's something about the, like, especially in a missionary when he like right there and you looking in each other's eyes while he drilling, like
Are you holding the back of his head while he's doing it?
What? You do a whole little caress behind, yeah.
It's up this way. It's not. I'm
where
holding
the hands? Hold on, back up. Where are the hands? I got a date after this. Where are the hands going?
Okay. Like if you're missionary, hold the back of the head with just one hand.
I do a close, like, yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're on the bottom easy and you're holding his head. That's we don't now.
So my hands are coming behind, up under and behind.
I'm holding his waist because I'm like pulling.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Aaron, what you holding? Aaron?
What you want?
I mean, missionary is not my thing. So, like,
are you afraid of
unless it's like a relationship, maybe, but
ding,
like
ding, ding.
hookup thing, I'm not. No, we don't need that.
Okay.
Missionaries, you want to be on your mind when you leave.
I'm not.
Your head the whole time. They're not gonna think about you later.
I'm not a missionary person at all.
Ooh,
I've learned to love it.
I'd rather enjoy a little missionary. I like to look into your eyes while I'm yeah.
Love it.
We're gay. Everyone's dating somebody's ex, and if you found love in my trash recycle, yes.
That friend drinking too.
He is. I know he is.
I agree, best friend.
Before I got on here.
I agree. Yes, Lord, my favorite position is missionary. Look into my eyes and tell me how you. Where you want those? Okay, all right.
Okay,
and I need a fan. You know what? We need fans, Aaron. We need fans.
These fans for y'all show. Yeah.
Maybe it's because the first position I was ever in was missionary.
Okay, let me ask the question.
Well, the reason why I don't like it is because in my relationship, that's all we did. So this is really boring to me. That's why I don't really like it.
It's an intimacy thing. Because when I was younger, I didn't like.
For 10 years, I mean, we need to switch it up.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely switch it up. But I like the eye contact. Even when you're looking up at him and you're doing, you know. Oh shit.
What's happening? What's going on?
I'm just gonna eat my drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's cheers. All right.
Cheers.
Job says, "Look into my eyes while you enjoy this." Wow. I love missionary.
Yes, wow.
Yes. I'm a Leo and I love passion. Missionary is passionate. Absolutely. Missionary is very passionate. So
I'm Leo too, brother. I'm Leo, brother. Where the camera at? I got my Leo lion ring on. Let people know who I am. It's always Leo.
All right. So we're going to go to the next question. If you get caught jacking off by your friends, do you stop or do you keep going?
Please, come on, let's go, because I'm ready for this. Because me and Aaron were having it out on Twitter the other day.
Don't be quiet.
What? Don't be quiet now, Bouvier. Don't be
quiet. My comment is dry. I'm going to stop. Because when I masturbate alone. It's the word master. There's one master. It's me and my dick. I don't need nobody else. That's my answer. I'll stop. Y'all go.
Like, why are you jacking off around friends?
Now, okay, let me paint a scenario that might make it easier to understand the question. If y'all are on you're on a cabin trip and you in with your friends, all your friends in there, and y'all have separate rooms, and you are in your room by yourself, and you are going at it, and your friend happened to walk in. Bitch, let me tell.
No.
Do you stop or do you keep going?
Once again, why are you jacking off with your friends around?
I mean, what if you have company from out of town? You trying to get it in. I mean, it's almost like the same thing with having sex with your partner. Like they walk there and you doing it. Like,
yeah, if I spend at my friend's house, I'm gonna beat off in the room by myself. But he walk in, I'm gonna stop. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you in here?
I'm jacking off with my friends around. Like, I don't care what the circumstances are.
So it's not a go for you. You're not in the mood by yourself.
Like we on a cabin trip, we here to enjoy each other. So we should be downstairs.
Sometimes they do enjoy each other.
Like we should be downstairs playing Uno, cooking in the kitchen, having a soul food moment, playing spades or some shit. You should not be all jacking off somewhere.
It's 2:00 in the morning. You're in your room by yourself.
Why is you up at 2:00 in the morning?
Because your dick hard.
The whole dick is knocking at my door. I don't answer. Like, just because the dick hard don't mean you got to.
What if it's not locking? They walk in.
I'm sorry. This is a subject that I'm just going to be non-avoid on. Like, I'm not jacking off my friends around.
That's the answer. Is no. That's it.
Fucking with your friends around.
I wasn't saying keep doing it. I'm just saying there are situations that can happen where this is a thing where your friend will walk in on you.
Are you fucking with your friends around?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I have.
No. I don't know.
All right.
I don't even want my friends to even know anything about that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's the best friend still online.
Best friend said a cabin trip, huh? Okay.
And I've never been on a cabin trip. So don't.
Okay, all right. We all know how those cabin trips go. Some of us are
They've been trying
professional.
to get me to go on one for years now. I'm like, no.
There's a comment.
Some of us are professional travel agents when it comes to cabin trips. I'd keep going, but if you say that means you like what you see, and that's a different question.
You know
Says
what?
best friend. He has a point. Best friend has a point. I can't, hey, he has a valid point. That's what everybody's on the best friend.
First of all, if they catch him doing it, I know why they stop. So.
Oh, I like it. Mm-hmm. You got one.
Well. I need a fan. I need a fan at this point. All right.
Come on, highlights.
All right. So if you're away for 7 days, you just not, says Rainier. Rainier is in. What's up, Rainier?
I can go without
7 whole days.
I can go long periods.
All right, Tony Braxton, you go out 7 whole days and not masturbate. Okay.
The amounts of time.
I have no problem with fucking and allowing people to watch. You are exactly right, Job. You're right. We know.
Ooh.
We know, friend. We know.
Shameless plug.
Mm-hmm. Job!
You're right. Shameless plug.
Let the church say amen.
Okay. The entire church.
Got my money.
Okay.
Ah! Oh, I did not know someone caught that.
So Easy, are you implying the reason we would stop is because he has something worth seeing? Cue the Hammond P3. Okay. All right. That's a fact.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Kennedy.
If I am already started, I am not stopping. That's it.
I mean, okay, so this is what I wanted to say. So it depends on what part of this I'm at.
Are you at the old face? You're the
Okay.
You can't stop.
Oh.
This was a good story.
Wasn't it? Okay, what were you saying, Aaron? Go ahead.
I was saying it depends on what part of the jacking off I'm at. Because I'm almost there. I know I really rarely do it at all. But if I'm
Aaron,
I'm not about to stop.
Yeah.
A female friend of mine just texted me and she said, "This is explicit content."
Yes, ma'am, it is. Thank you for watching. Feel free to join the conversation.
Ooh.
All right. So then we're gonna move on to our next sex question. Since everybody is all hot and bothered by this last one.
Here we go.
My face all red. On my
right. You blush. What is the difference between a snug hole and a tight hole?
This has been going on social media for a few days now, and
those pages.
No, this is just on the regular Facebook. This isn't even the groups.
This has been
it's been on Facebook?
This has actually been on Twitter and on Facebook.
Yeah, I got drugged into this mess.
I don't look at topics on Twitter. It's not why I'm there. Well, I'm gonna bring me another bottle.
A snug hole and a tight hole. A lot of people say they want a tight hole, but in reality, you can't get into tight holes. So,
okay, first of all, y'all need to stop being impatient with tight holes. How about that? That's one thing.
That sounds defensive.
No, I'm just saying. I'm speaking for everybody. Snug holes and tight holes. No one should be discriminated against because they have a tight hole. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Who's discriminating? Listen, let me tell you something. Let me get in here for you. Let me get in this tight hole, girl. Most niggas that be complaining about your hole is tight is because their dick is not hard.
That's what.
Like, oh my God, you too tight. No, you're not hard enough. Don't be trying to come for me. Semi hard.
Yes,
come back when you get a vein in that thing, babe.
I'm like, you can't be comparing because you done had 6 different niggas pass me and you done fell into them and you can't fall into me. Like, don't blame me for that, for their loose walls. All right, my structure is very upright and tight. All right, and you can't just run up in me like a runaway slave. You can't.
In other words,
you had to put your tongue in there. You had to lick around. You had to do a little finger, a little rub, little pat, save your grace, all that. Like, I promise you, after that first 10, 15 minutes, you can let loose.
Okay. Aaron, what you got?
I mean, to me, this is like it's so difficult to understand because there's people who want it, people who don't want it. And for me, I'm not getting in the hole, so I don't really know what they want, but I ain't never had no problem with mine, so.
Best friend says, the wetness and the familiarity of the hole. Snug is when you've been dripping in the fun and making it comfortable. Tight holes are cool, but don't be mad when I'm slipping down at the rabbit hole. Okay, well, sure.
Wow. You hug me, I hug you back.
This is what I was thinking of what Joe said. It's like a virgin, like you haven't had sex.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you sent the question. I was thinking that was what we were talking about. Let's see.
I mean, we're all men. We're men of a certain age at this point. If it's not being used, that's a problem.
No, I don't think that's a problem.
When I think of a tight hole, like what they talking about, where they can't get into it, I just don't understand.
No, like, are you just running up in there? Like, are you making?
No. This is like literally, your dick is not getting hard because ain't no hole. You ain't the age that we at, and you can't get in the hole because it's that tight. It just don't make me.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Best friend says because tight just means you're keeping it fit for yourself until you allow someone to make it a snug fit. Do you agree? Disagree? You don't? Okay. A guilty conscience will speak. Easy, that was for you. That hole must be tight as a frog.
Listen, Mr. Bouvier is everything.
Okay. All right. So we'll let him say. If you know what you're doing, there's nothing wrong with a tight hole. Take the step.
That's all I'm saying.
And open that bitch up. Simple. All right.
Yes. Easy said, easy done.
Ooh, easy. Emphasis on
and that's that on that.
I love you, boo.
Another comment came in saying a snug hole is great. A tight hole is annoying unless you have a very small penis.
That's a whole nother subject.
Come on. Let's tell the truth.
Or it just ain't getting hard.
Or it's not hard. Like I said at the beginning.
Or it's not hard. Yeah.
You're trying to shame my hole. You not hard.
Yeah, maybe it's you. What you
not.
Why is it always got to be the bottom? Why is it always
exactly?
It's my problem. Ain't nobody before you complain.
Hello.
And they done been in here.
Yeah, more than once. So they came back. So I know it was good.
Wait, are y'all talking about me? I should stop signing up for these Zooms.
Aaron, I don't know if people know, but you are so fine.
Let's move on.
Aaron, is that your new?
Oh,
Is that your boo, Aaron?
You ready to get you some birthday cake? I'm playing.
Give him some birthday.
Yeah.
This bottle is almost gone. I need to go to a meeting.
All right, guys. You just might as well drink from the bottle. Easy said, Bouvier.
You don't want me to put a bottle in my mouth.
Guys, any topics that you want to discuss within the relationship or sex topics, anything you want to throw out there that we might have missed, or any conversations you want to have?
Yes,
our last.
I would like to say that my single quarantine is now available, streaming on all digital platforms. Mr. Bouvier, you can find it wherever you buy Beyonce. I feel support in advance because it was not in the feed down the bottom, and it was not nowhere around here. And I thought I was booked because I was an R&B artist, and I thought we were going to talk about my motherfucking single. But I'm
okay. Did your people send the information about your single to our publicist?
My people is one of your people. He's standing beside you.
We always do that, brother.
Whew.
All right. So, Aaron, where can we find Mr. Bouvier's new single?
On all music platforms. You can stream it on everything. You can buy it on iTunes. It's on my title in my playlist with all of his other music.
All of my other music. Yellow Boy Chronicles. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Easy. You got anything you want to throw out there for sex or relationships?
Throw it out there, Easy.
What was said?
If you got any?
I thought Mr. Bouvier.
Emotional walls.
Okay.
Right.
we had a conversation before we came on here.
Do you have anything you want to throw in the relationship or sex topics hat?
What was everyone's last sexual experience like?
What? The last sexual experience?
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know who's watching because I can't see y'all list. Because I didn't know my girl was watching. I didn't know if my mama is watching.
My mother is watching.
Is your mama?
My mother watches from time to time.
Hey,
yes.
Is somebody in y'all list named Constance? I tell you about my last sexual experience. I'm. You know what? I'm going.
Okay, you going. Best friend has a question. How do you feel about BDSM and fetishes?
Love it.
Really?
That's when you tie somebody up, right?
Yes.
I haven't worked that out yet.
But fetishes is different though. Like you have different fetishes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
We've talked about fetishes. If y'all want to hear about them, listen to the podcast. Affairs of the Heart on all social media platforms.
Okay, so Aaron is not talking about his fetishes. I'm not a fan of fetishes. I am very vanilla when it comes to sexual activity.
How are you not fetishes?
I'm
not. I don't like whips and chains and feathers and shit. You're not going to tie me up. It's not going to be a fatal attraction moment. We're not doing all of that.
You don't have nothing that you like that may not be out of the ordinary?
No.
Yeah. I don't think even talked about on the podcast you said anything.
So, I don't.
Yeah. You probably
well, Job has a comment for his last experience. Well, last night was amazing. I broke another bed. Footage coming soon.
We can't be breaking. I'm sorry. We can't be breaking beds.
Listen.
You better.
Have you seen?
Page.
Have you seen Job's?
See, this is my thing. I really do try not to look at my friends' OnlyFans. I really do. I really try not to look at their OnlyFans pages and their freak Twitters. Like, and I have a lot of friends, and a lot of them have those pages, and I do my best, like, not to look, because I just want to respect the friendship. I just
Okay, okay. Honestly, you have there's not one friend that you would be like, let me just go over here and see. I just want to see. Let me just go see one video, just one
I'm not
video.
gonna say I haven't seen some of them because I mean, being on Twitter and
the previews on Twitter.
Aaron and I follow each other, and we both have big followings, so it's just like it sometimes it just comes up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, look at this. What's this I see? What's this I see? I'm like, oh shit,
They're not embarrassing me.
Would you say, Bouvier?
I want to see what my friends doing because I want to make sure they're not embarrassing me. That'll be good.
That's what the preview for.
Bouvier is in the quality control department of your OnlyFans pages.
That's like, friend, that lighting was horrible. Job, you need to some of that color lighting.
We get this up. Hold up, this is breaking news.
Turn on the real light. Some of that purple light and that green light. Turn on some real light.
Can't see. We can't see. We can't see.
I don't think I have any fetishes though. Or at least I haven't discovered any.
I will agree with Easy. I like nipples, but it's not a fetish. I like underwear, but it's not a fetish. Like, it doesn't do anything for me sexually.
What in the what?
You gotta touch.
What you say?
If you don't touch my nipples, you don't love me.
I'm not saying I would touch your nipples. Wait, hold on.
This is great. This is great.
Hold on, wait a minute. I don't have.
You got to do only 10, 9.
Right.
I don't have a
private sliding in the inbox in 5, 4, 3.
I just don't think that I have like. It's like a need, like it's like it has to be. Like I remember talking to a guy who had a foot fetish, and he would just send me random text messages going, "Send me a picture of your feet." Nigga, I'm at work. Like,
I think you're supposed to have like backup pictures or something.
Does he live in Atlanta?
I didn't know that going into the it only lasted a week, but just in that week, I had to block him because I'm just like, I'm not used to this shit. Like, you text me like, nigga, I'm driving right now.
But they act like you have like backup pictures of their fetish on your phone or something.
And see, that's the thing. I had never met someone with a fetish, so I didn't even know. And I was still kind of new to the game. So like for someone to sit here and text me like, send me a picture of your feet, nigga, I'm driving.
Yeah.
Or like I don't understand. Like I didn't understand it. Like yeah.
Yeah. For some fetishes, it's really weird to me. And I think I talked about this on one of our podcasts. There was a guy that I met, a really famous guy that lives here in Atlanta, and me and him had met up. I was meeting with him for work purposes, and he was meeting with me with other purposes, and I didn't know about it. And so he asked me to come back in a few days, but not take a shower because he wanted to eat my ass, but when he came back, his face should be brown.
What?
Are we talking about Young John?
Young John? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So he assumed that you had a muddy butt?
No, he asked me to come back in 4 days, not take a shower. So that
not take a shower in those 4 days?
Yeah, he wanted me to take a shower for 4 days. He wanted me to come back so that he could eat my ass. And he said because his face should be brown when he comes out of it.
We don't do scat play. We don't.
I blocked that man when I left out.
Like a mass murderer.
And see, that's the thing. Like you hear those type of things. Like people really do have fetishes like that.
You actually experience it.
But I could. No.
But don't rule out all fetishes because someone.
Well, I'm not ruling out all.
Like people have different fetishes. You just like we said, we communicate. We
grown. That's very extreme.
I'm not into that. You in the pee, you can pee on me at your house, not my house.
Wait, what?
If you're into pee, you can pee on me at your house, not my house.
See that water play too. That's a dead no. It's just people like how does that work? Like y'all just be I see the videos. Like y'all just be pissing on people's carpet. Like y'all gotta get that shit clean. And then y'all be on the bed.
If it's their house, don't worry about that. I'm going home. Piss free.
Yeah, see, I've done it where we've been in where the guy was in his bathtub.
That don't count.
This one guy had like a carpet in his living room that he wanted to do it
His living room, keyword.
Yeah, not my house. Not my house.
Not my house. Not in my house.
No, you're not pissing on me. I'm sorry. That's not.
I just don't get it. But if you like it, I mean,
right.
YOLO.
It's that conversation. If you with somebody and you love them and that's something that they're into, we talk about it. We discuss it. Like, hey, yo, we can piss at your house. We're not gonna piss at my house. We can't be missing out on the love of our lives for these little things that we're not used to.
This is not a dating situation at all.
It's the yo for me. Yo.
All the time.
You want to get peed on the way?
No, I said it's the yo. You said yo. We can't. No.
Yeah, yo.
No.
Yo, not here. Not there, not here. You see this background? We don't pee on fur. No, we don't pee on fur.
No, so that's the fetishes conversation. No fetishes in the house.
Nah, player.
We're not here for it.
What did Job say?
Job said he has a cum fetish and loves a top's ass in his face. I mean, sure.
Okay.
Oh, and Bouvier, Job said thank you for the constructive criticism.
Hey, make it do what it do. Spread that thing. That wop pretty.
We're trying to make you make money, Job. So
I retweet on my Twitter page all the time, so I can get more people on there.
No trapped in the closet chapter for me, says best friend. All right. So, anything else? Anything else you want to throw on the table while we're here sipping drinks? Is it time to take another shot? Are we? Is the glass empty? What's going on?
My bottle almost empty. Brother, I want that gold cup.
I got this from New Orleans.
Baby, let me. Oh, this is not the time.
Are you sure?
I thought we were on like my first
You caught yourself so quick. You caught yourself so quick. You said, wait, hold up.
This is not a COVID zone. This is a show. This is the Affairs of the Heart podcast.
Yeah, Tony. But you want to talk about your time in New Orleans? It sounded like you had a TIME time, friend.
I just want to say I ran into my brother at Mardi Gras. I had never experienced Mardi Gras before. Mardi Gras is one of the most amazing things that you should definitely experience if we get a vaccine. I was so happy to see my brother. We had a good time. Oh my God. I haven't seen my brother since. But boy, we had a good time.
We probably have been like
Mardi Gras
about a year.
Yeah, we hadn't seen each other in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And when you was like, I'm here, I was like, I'm about to go find my brother. We got wasted. We put on some wigs.
I was doing push-ups with people on the sidewalk that I didn't even know. Yeah, and we didn't come back with COVID. God was watching.
Yes, we did not.
I came back. I came back with the flu
down there that
you were in New Orleans,
and my friends couldn't find me. Oh, they had called you.
Oh, I didn't want to tell that part of the story, but since you already started, baby, my brother got lost. They couldn't find him. They didn't see him in 24 hours. So he walked away with a gentleman, and they didn't see him for 24 hours. They called me. I was very.
I'm bringing this up on Twitter.
Yes,
he came up with a lot of beads. That's what they told me. A lot of beads.
I got lost.
So he came back. He came back with no beads and came back with a lot of beads.
Mm-hmm.
I was lost, but I was found.
Big beads. He came up with the
Lord.
You see that lady?
All right. So, anything else? Anything else on the table?
I think that's it.
My Single Quarantine is available on all streaming platforms. I'm so excited to be releasing another single. I didn't really think I was going to do any more music.
Are you going to do a whole album again?
I am trying to go back and finish an EP. It's just a lot because I only work with one person, Dimitri Davis in DC. Shout out to Dimitri. From me traveling back and forth. I'm in Richmond, Virginia, America. Hello, America. I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
Are you sure? Because you always tag DC in your posts. So I'm
just trying to find the time to go back and forth to really put in the creative effort to do the rest of an EP. But I want to do it. I'm about to shoot the video for quarantine. I'm going to shoot it here in my apartment with my fur. So look out for the video. That's probably going to come out next month because this month is over. But yeah, make sure you follow me on. I'm on Instagram, officially Bouvier. I'm a good time. And if you're a good time, you'll get in the green circle. Yeah, that's about it for me. Gotta plug.
Come on, green circle.
Plug myself around here. Right. I flew all the way
here. Easy. Tell everybody what's going on with you and where can they find you?
What's going on with me? I'm working on a few things that are going to be dropping within the next few months and in the beginning of the new year. I'm really excited about just the whole, I guess, kind of rediscovering myself and figuring out what I really want to do with my platform, I guess you could say. I've been a club promoter for 10 years, and now I'm doing the social media thing, which is fun. So you can definitely find me on Twitter, stirring up some trouble.
I promote your group on the podcast all the time.
Yeah, and invite people. I'm about to make you a moderator. So because you're always in the group. So, but yes, you're welcome to come to the group. You can definitely get the information from Aaron. Easy123 on all social media platforms. And yeah, just be on the lookout. I got some things coming. Whether I'm modeling or
come on, model.
I'm just saying these beard modeling contracts is coming through, and I'm just trying to get in one of Mr. Bouvier's videos. That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay. Anything to add to that, Mr. Bouvier? Anything to add to that?
Nope.
All right. Aaron, anything you want to close out with?
I like my brother for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So Demond, I love Demond so much, and he knows this. Since the very first day I saw him on social media, we have been like.
Let me get my napkin.
I'm mad you had it right there.
We have been like inseparable, honestly, when it comes to social media, and even when I go, visit where he's at. And when you released your first album, I loved it. And I every time I'm at a radio station, I'm always playing your music when they're like, listen to this, and they still every station I've been at, they still playing your music. And I love everything that you did. My favorite song is still Infinity to the end of this day. I love Deserve Me. I love Quarantine, but Infinity is always my favorite song. But I had to have you on here today because I just love you so much, and you know that. And
brother, I love you since day one. I love you.
No, it was like an instant connection because when I first met him, he was doing a show on YouTube called the
Morning Wood Show.
Yeah, the Morning Wood Show, and I was trying to get them on the radio station I was at then. But I'm so happy that you said yes to this today. And then Easy, that we go back and forth on social media all the time, and I love. I love all the new people that I have met that just want to go back and forth with me all the time from that group. But I just wanted this. I told Dwayne was like, let's have a birthday party, and the first people I thought about was you two. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming on our live for today.
Thank you for having us.
How much you mean to me? I mean, I think I say it all the time, but that. When I first started the podcast, you were the first person I thought of. You said, yes, we've been doing this. It's almost been a year in December.
December will be a year for the podcast. Yeah.
Cheers. Let's cheers. Might as well finish the rest of this bottle.
like he needed a reason.
Make it make sense.
Don't take my hashtag.
So guys, before we close out, is there anything that you want to impart into Aaron's life verbally for this next chapter of his life? I'll turn the floor over to you guys to give him a toast before we close out and say happy birthday to Aaron.
Listen, I want to say happy birthday to you, Aaron, and I wish you much success going forward in your life. You are very hardworking. You are very persistent in your craft. You are a very, 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 very wonderful little brother. I just want to say I love you. And I just wish that everything that's coming towards you that is good and pleasant comes your way. And I just want you to embrace whatever it is that's coming down the pipe for you. Cheers to you. Easy, put your glass up. That was my toast.
I have it's right here. Okay. I'm gonna co-sign with that. Since day one, it has been a pleasure going back and forth with you. I have had nothing but love for you, and I'm just excited to see all the new things that you come up with, because I'm telling you, you really are doing amazing at what you do. Like you really do bring the people together, and I'm happy that you brought us together today to celebrate you. So keep doing you, sir. Keep pushing, and God bless you on everything.
Yeah.
All right, folks, that has been the Affairs of the Heart podcast live. SoDebNair's birthday celebration. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Make sure you go to theaffairsoftheheartpodcast.com for all of your podcast platforms to listen to us on the podcast. Aaron is wearing one of the merch sweatshirts. We also have merch on the website. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notifications on Facebook and on YouTube to know that we go live every Thursday here to combat the podcast that we do during the week. We combat it. We combat it. I know what I said. Yeah.
No, I'm looking over here at Bouvier in this camera.
Don't mind me.
Okay.
Brother, before you came on here, I said before he gets on here, this is our podcast, but this is really your show.
That's what I do. I can't help myself, but I got a little date here, so y'all wrap this up. Thank you.
But also, checking out our podcast, which is on all podcast streaming services. If you can't find it, go to theaffairsoftheheartpodcast.com. We have all kind of merch on there. We have our blog on there. We update everything on there all the time. So just make sure you guys actually check out the podcast as well as the lives.
Yeah.
All right. Is that on that?
That's that on that.
America.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us.
My friends in London and Japan, Milan.